Hello, CEO! Hi, amazing Friday morning to everyone and my fellow CEOs. Kamusta kayo dyan? Can you please type hello, CEO naman dyan? Sige, tingnan natin yung mga nasa sa Facebook. All right? And of course, we also have CEOs here inside the Zoom. Ayan. Of course, Jabs here, Hazy. Ayan, Hazy Mel, everyone. All right, ilan ba tayo dyan? Meron tayong 12 million viewers. All right. So good morning, everyone. An amazing Friday. My name is Coach Ron and I am the CEO of Strengths Unlocked. And I will be your host for today. It's a wonderful morning. And to see our fellow CEOs and of course everyone. And I strongly believe that this is going to be a great time for us to learn again here at CEOInsight's Asia Executive Series Principles of Scaling. All right. Okay, sige. Friday is POS Day. Can I see your chat nga naman dyan? POS Day. Happy POS Day. All right. Sige nga, happy POS Day. Okay, happy POS Day. All right, tongue twister din pala ito, no? Woo! Ayan. All right. So, today our topic is about ending stockpiled, but the question is this, why do we do this? Why do we have POS or principles of scaling every Friday? Why do we do this? We do this because we want to instill the DNA principles that scale organizations. Do you want your organizations to scale? Can you please type scale nga dyan? Sige nga. Bakit? Diba? Because we want to make sure that our businesses, our organization ay nag-grow. And we help build institutions for legacy beyond simply making money. The goal for everyone, every Friday POS is for you to get a key insight, something that you will take away, that you will immediately apply in your organization. Can you please type immediately? Hindi pwedeng nakikinig ka lang dito tapos after that, okay, pasok sa tenga, labas sa kabila. Hindi. It has to be applied. Take action after. So kailangan natin na meron tayong ma-take away here. All right. And our theme for this month is strategy. Of course, our focus is multiplier. Narinig nyo na ba yung give a man a fish, you feed him for a day? You teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. But ito sa isa sa mga favorite life coaches ko, Kane Ramsey, and sabi niya, if we can teach people how to teach people to fish, we can end world hunger. And that is what a multiplier is all about. We expand life-changing impact. And because what we want to build here, we want to build leaders. We multiply ourselves. We just don't teach them. We just don't develop them. We multiply leaders. And that is what we want to create a life-changing impact. May mga behavioral indicators tayo na ginagawa, functioning in systems, scaling in numbers, and of course, moving teams. So let us have an overview of our topics for this month of December. We started ending strong. Can you imagine? We started tapos ending strong and then eventually smoothen it, ending smooth. And today we are going to talk about ending stockpiled. Ayan, scaling in numbers. Next week is about ending stable. And last week of December, ending shared. Amazing na mga topics natin here. So never ever miss a POS day because a POS day is something that will help you move forward every week sa business ninyo. All right. Yes daw, sabi ni sabi ni Janice, sabi din ni Terry, immediately. All right. If you have friends you think will benefit from this, keep sharing this Facebook Live. Gawin niyo na ngayon na. Huwag na kayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Kung naisip nyo na i-share to, i-share nyo na sa mga groups ninyo. If you have Facebook groups, Facebook GC, i-share nyo na. So before we start, okay, let us have some announcement. Ayan. Alam nyo ba guys, this is an amazing, nasa almost 2 years na ako with CEOInsight Asia, and isa sa talagang na-appreciate ko yung tinatawag naming circle meetings. Can you imagine? 40 plus CEO. Ayan. Meron tayong 40 plus CEO executive circle members na na-unlock na natin, and more than 30 companies. Every week meron tayong multiple circle meetings na nangyayari for men, for women, and for couples. Ang purpose nito is to have a weekly intensive CEO leadership education. Can you please type leadership kung na-excite kayo dyan talking about leadership in every circle meeting? Type nyo naman dyan, leadership. Okay. And this is an opportunity for you to join this amazing ecosystem. So our partners here will share the link. Ayan we will share the link. Sige nga, tingnan natin kung nandiyan na yung mga link. Visit CEOInsights.Asia. Ayan. Alright. Sino bang mag-share sa atin dyan? Okay? And when you go to that website, di ba, meron diyang mga instructions on how to join this amazing ecosystem. Follow that instruction. Okay, babalikan natin yan mamaya, okay? Next naman is this amazing executive member natin, J. Jasmines of N Rocket. Share natin yung experience niya. Basahin natin. The whiteboard session by Fax, diba? And CEOInsight Asia expanded my vision for my business. Lahat ba kayo may vision sa mga businesses ninyo? Type nyo nga vision. Hindi pwedeng wala tayong vision. Why? Kasi kung wala tayong vision, wala tayong direction. You can move around in circles na feeling mo napaka-busy mo, but because of Surfa, natulungan niya si Jay ma-expand yung vision niya para sa business niya. What I could and needed to do became clearer to me. Gusto niyo bang magkaroon ng clarity when it comes to direction of your business? Ito yung nakuha ni Jay Hasmines sa atin. Now, all I need to do is to bridge the knowledge gap and take action with my team. Itong gusto ko. If you are a CEO, you need to know how to build bridges. Build bridges. Amazing, di ba guys? Next, eto, na-attendan ko talaga to nung October. Ayan. Pero bago tayo dyan, magkaroon tayo ng Getting Started December 22 at 5 o'clock. Ayan. You will learn here ano ba yung nangyayari sa CEO circles? Ano ba yung nangyayari sa CEOInsight Asia? So I am inviting everyone. This is open for all. All right? This is open for all. For you to know if being part of this amazing CEO circle ecosystem is the right one for you. So attend kayo dito ha. We will post the link. And when you sign up, there will be an instruction. Alam, mahilig kami dito sa mga taong magaling sumunod. Magaling. So excited daw si Janice, no? Signed up already. So excited. This is an opportunity for you to be part of an ecosystem full of CEOs. You can learn from each other. Ayan, no? Pinost na ni Chris, no? CEO Chris, getting started. Join kayo dyan. 5 p.m. Remember, when you sign up, there will be an instruction that you need to send text confirmation of your intention to join. This is very important. Ayan, kapag CEO ka na, dapat magaling kang sumunod. Diba? Kung magaling kang mag-utos, magaling ka din sumunod. Alright, next year we will be having CEO Summit 2023. And meron na tayong, you can already join. Diba? Early bird. And one of our faculty is Edward K. Lee. Ayan, the founder and the chairman of the board of CEO Call Financial. Ayan, a full day. This is going to be a full day of idea storming with fellow CEOs and professionals in tech, e-com, finance, distribution, retailing, manufacturing, business services, lahat na. Okay? And aside from that, magkakaroon pa tayo ng opportunity to mingle with people na we can learn and then build connections. So do not miss this opportunity to be part of this amazing event. Okay? All right. So ngayon, introduce na natin yung faculty ngayon. Okay? So our faculty today is a catalyst. He naturally knows how to turn ideas into actions. Hindi to nagpapatumpik-tumpik pa. He knows how to make things happen. And yung energy niya, contagious. Contagious. Kapag lumapit ka dito, nakausap mo siya, lalagnatin ka talaga. Lalagnatin ka sa actions. Ngayon yan ng mga taong masyadong maraming maraming satsat. Kumbaga konting satsat and then action agad. This is a person who focuses on quality and he prefers to work with and for the best. But the good thing with him is that he sees what people naturally do best and he empowers them to continuously what they do best. He loves to turn good to great. He loves to turn that. One of the founders and the executive advisor of CEOInsight Asia, an investor, advisor, husband and daddy, the man who iconized the black suit and red tie. Let's welcome Mr. Florentino A. Hernando, Sir Fa. All right.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Grabe. Thank you, Coach Ron. Grabe, kaya pala ayaw mag-practice ni Coach Ron. Meron palang ginawang may spill pala siya na off-script. Thank you so much, Coach Ron. Everyone, that's Coach Ron Magsalin, founder and CEO of Strengths Unlocked. Just a bit sharing sa kanya. I knew Coach Ron long before I met him. Ganong katindi yan. So, yung word of mouth about he's a certified Galo strengths coach. So, yeah, go. Pag hindi pa kayo nagiging part ng team niya, hindi ko na alam kung saan kuweba kayo nagpunta. Diba? Kasi I don't know. I attended this workshop and that's the reason why he knows kung anong strengths ko at ano ang kinaka-high blood ko and so on. Ayan. Thank you so much for that, Coach Ron. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Principles of Scaling. This is our third episode and it's gonna be jam-packed. Okay? So medyo mabigat ito. Nag-iisip na ako kagabi. Sabi ko, pambihira, paano ko isi-simplify ito? Kaya lang I was being reminded by what Mel said na sabi niya, sir, kung magaang itong POS, hindi to POS. Diba? So it's going to be meaty kasi finances ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. This is our finance episode. So formally introducing myself, my name is Florentino A. Hernando. I'm one of the founders and the executive advisor of CEOInsight Asia, and our purpose here in this ecosystem is infusing ideas that build lasting companies. So we're not all about starting, we're not all about simply scaling, but it's all about sustainability. Okay, we want to learn together how to build our businesses into something that we can transfer to our children and then our children's children and to the next generation. So, yan ang mission. Bakit tayo nandito? Ba't nakikinig kayo rito every Friday? And if you're interested to become part of this ecosystem, you have questions, you have need to some clarifications, i-reiterate ko. Meron tayong getting started on Thursday, December 22. Ayan, si Janice nag-sign up na. RKC yan. Okay, December 22 at 5 p.m. So the sign-up link isa-send uli ni Chris or ni Jobs, pati dun sa Facebook, isa-send dyan yan. So kindly sign up, and sa huli ron, may instruction ha, na magte-text para i-accept yung inyong application. Number ko yon. So, di ba, number ko yon. So text nyo ako, lagi akong online, text me, and then I will confirm your attendance so that we'll be able to accommodate people who want to sign up. So there, we'll talk about who CEOInsight Asia is and what we do. Kasi may mga nagme-message sa page, may mga nagtatanong sa atin, may mga nagme-message sa mga members, existing members of CEOInsight Asia. Ano ba yung CEO? I want to be part. Okay ba yan? Ilang taon na ba kayo dyan? And so on. So para matigil na yon, di ba, we want to serve our customers better. So we created this program. Getting started Thursday, December 22 at 5 p.m. Okay? So there, agendas na tayo. Wala nagpapadala sa akin eh. Padala nyo ako para maka-smooth na plug naman tayo. Anyway, sige. So, agendas tayo. We'll do a conversation starter. And then, we'll do a quick recap. Pag-usapan natin yung last 2 episodes, and then we're gonna connect it to today's episode. We'll define what cash flow is. Importante, pera-pera to. So, ito ang tinik sa mga startup at saka sa mga nag-uumpisang magnegosyo. Malaking tulong ito sa inyo because it has helped us, it has helped me personally, and it has helped a lot of people. Dito yung mga pinag-uusapan natin when it comes to finances. And then we'll talk about the inconvenient truth, some facts and figures para malinaw na hindi ko lang invento files to. Diba? Meron tayong data to back it up. Diba? If you don't have a number, you only have an opinion. And when you have an opinion, we'll always go with mine. So, ito, ayan. Then we'll talk about 4 stages of startups. Ano ba yung mga stages na yon? And then we'll talk about the indicators. Paano mo masasabing nandun ka na sa stage na yon? And then, anong kailangan mong gawin? So, hats off dito kay Frank, no? Si Frank Mercado, founder and CEO of the Mercs. Siya ang isa sa major contributor ng content nito. So, magpasalamat tayo kay Frank. Ayan, please type, thank you, Frank! Yan, sa Facebook na nanonood at sa ating, Zoom meeting yan. Thank you, Frank. Ayan. Diba? On the spot ko siya. Hindi niya alam to. Ayan. Salamat, boss, idol, Frank. Ayan. So we'll talk about startup killers and then we'll get practical. So let's start it off. Alam niyo naman ang tradition natin. We want to greet one another and then represent your company. Ayan, nahihiya na ako. Talaga, ganun talaga. Alright. So please type, hello, CEO, and then your company so we can make a shout out at ma-acknowledge ko ang inyong kumpanya. Ayan. So we have hello MN Starnet. Ayan, Arkesi from Janice. Si Chris nandito. Sino pa? Si Frank Mercado of the Mercs. Nabanggit ko na yan. Hello. Ayan. Sam Enterprises. Si Jobs nandito. We have Eskasi. Si Darwin nandito. And then si Eman of Comizen, nanonood sila dyan. Sa Facebook, kindly heart, wag like, share, and then heart. And then, we have Beauty Ko, si Terry Galesha. Hello. Strengths Unlocked from Coach Ron. And then we have Alex Cooper from may afam tayo rito. May afam tayo. Okay. Sige, so for the rest na i-shoutout ko na lang kayo later. Okay. So, I ask, this is our conversation starter, so we will have si Jobs of Sam Enterprises answer this question. What comes to your mind when you hear the phrase cash flow? Ayan. So, Jobs, floor's yours.
Hello. Good morning. Walang nakitang sasagot, sir. Ako na lang.
Busy lahat.
Busy. Siguro, sir, unang pumasok sa isip ko yung pag sinabing cash flow, yung parang sources of income, sales, expenses.
Sales.
Identify talaga saan nanggagaling, saan napupunta yung cash. Sabi nga sir, di ba, cash is gas. Ayan.
Yun!
So, ito yung hindi pwedeng matuyo para malayo yung marating natin. Ayan. Yan lang sir. Thank you, thank you.
Alright, thank you. Jobs, no? Talaga naman, parang ang galing-galing ng mga nagbabasa ata ng deck. Yung mga sumasagot. Hindi, ganun talaga. Great minds think alike. Sorry, Hazel ba yun? Hindi ko alam paano mapalaki ito. Bahala na yung mga operator. So, ayun, we don't want you to be distracted with the guy talking. So, focus on the screen yung content natin. Alright, so anyway, thank you, Jabs. Let's do a quick recap before I comment on cash flow. So, recap tayo. In first week, we talk about ending strong. And we define strategy as simply how we plan to achieve our goals or our purpose. Yan ang daming definition ng strategy. Let's just focus on this simplified version. It's the how we plan to achieve our purpose. And it's very important that we are able to become multipliers, and multipliers are someone who can accomplish beyond individual capabilities through reproduction of oneself. Dinuduplicate nila yung sarili nila. This is a very important strategy, being able to duplicate yourself, because once you duplicate yourself, you are battling or you are defeating the enemy and called knowledge gap. Okay, ano yung knowledge gap? Para mas deeper understanding of this, go watch the previous episodes. Updated na po ang YouTube natin. Salamat mo nilikha. Ayan, go watch the previous episodes via YouTube or the Facebook page. So knowledge gap is the mismatch between what you as CEO knows and what your organization knows. May mismatch. Okay? And the bigger the gap, the harder it is to execute. So walang problema as CEOs. There are different kinds of CEOs. There are CEOs who know it all, hindi na natututo. Wala dito yon, okay? Kasi wala, pag masyado na magaling, hindi ubra dito yon. Kasi lahat tayo, we're amateurs here, we're trying to learn. Okay? Then there are CEOs who want to learn. That's why you're attending these episodes. That's why you're reading books. The problem is, as CEO, we're learning, but is our team learning as fast as we are? And that's the problem kasi magkaibang diksyonaryo, may knowledge gap. So nahihirapan mag-execute kasi ito yung nasa isip natin, yung mga team natin, iba. So kaya hindi maka-execute. That's why a lot of CEOs here, companies that are part of ecosystem, they are requiring their teammates to watch the episode. Ayan, para mas makatipid daw sila, imbes na sila mismo panonoorin kasi tuturo nila, manood ka na lang diretso. Si Leonard of Reach, nakita ko rito. Ayan. Ayan, alright. And then si Mark, Vitari, nandito. Ayan. Alright, so why being a multiplier is the best strategy? Because yun nga, when you duplicate yourself, you have the same mind, mas mabilis ang execution. Okay? So now last week, we talk about ending smooth. So ano naman to? We talk about systems thinking. And this is, in summary, viewing the interrelation of components and then designing it to the optimal process or the best strategy to achieve a specific outcome. Put simply, a systems thinker looks at everything, yung components ng negosyo, and then in-organize niya, dinidesign niya in the best way na ma-accomplish yung kanilang purpose. That's the systems thinker. You think in systems. And the point nun is we are in control. Yun yung gusto natin. Hindi tayo victim of our circumstances. Kasi ganito, kasi ganyan. No. We are in control. We get to organize and design ano yung gagawin natin. Right? To achieve our purpose. Hope is not a strategy. Paulit-ulit nating sasabihin yan. Andito si Maymay from RKC. Diba? Dito sa CEO ecosystem na to, walang naninigarilyo. Kaya walang hope. Oh. Last ko na yan. Okay, moving on. Okay. So, systems thinking as a macro level and micro level, it has its benefits, or it matters in the individual level because it saves time. But imagine if paulit-ulit mong aaralin ng isang bagay, sayang oras, di ba? Like you're driving, every time na magdadrive ka, aaralin mo uli. Paano ba mag-umpisa? But if you have a system, mabilis na ang buhay. And it adds more time because once you have a system, mastery, repetition na lang And the more you repeat something, the more you get better at it, the faster you do it. And last but not least, it creates time. Meaning, you can transfer it. Dahil may sistema na, pwede mo nang ibigay at pagawa sa iba, so you have more time to do something else. So that's why systems matter on the individual level. on the organizational or organizational macro level, ayan, it simplifies operations kasi may sistema, sumisimple ang buhay. Dahil simple, bumibilis ang execution. Dahil bumibilis, umi-scale ang organization. Ang gusto nating ending is to build a company that is boring. Boring is good. Diba? Parang rice cooker yan. Okay, sa rice cooker, simple lang yan. Anyone can do it. You don't need a special skill to cook rice. At saka it makes things easier. Okay? Kasi, what we want is not to become a great leader. That's overrated. Okay? I'm a great leader who leads an organization. No. What we want is to become a great organization that can be run by ordinary leader like us. Dahil isa lang si Steve Jobs, si Jeff Bezos, isa lang yon, si Elon Musk, diba? Si Tim Cook, si Bill Gates, isa lang sila. 99% of the world are like ordinary people. So you want to build a company that can be great without you. That's the true genius. The ability to create an organization that can be run by idiots. Because eventually, someone will. Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett, yun ang gusto niyang investan. A company that can be run by idiots. It's so simple, it can be run by idiots. Because sooner or later, someone will. Ayan. So, dumadami tayo ha. Please type idiots nga if you are still with me. Ayan. Para malaman ko kung nandyan pa kayo. Recap pa lang to. Diba? Kung malaman na, panoorin niyo yung previous episode. Ayan. Idiots! Okay. So, amateurs dream of goals. Professionals design systems. Enough about goal setting. It's overrated. It's all about design thinking. Systems design. Ayan. Salamat kay Coach Rob. Idiots. Ayan. Si Terry. Idiots. Okay. So now, let's talk about ending stockpiled. It's all about, this is the finance series natin. And we're gonna do this, finance episode. We're gonna do this once a year para may idea tayo how to manage our finances. Okay, so let's talk about cash flow. Sinagot na ni Jobs. Sabi ni Jobs, ang cash flow is basically the ins and outs of the money in a given time of a company. So, ito siya. Yeah, it's the amount of cash that comes in and goes out of the company. That's cash flow. Right? Meron tayong inflow and may outflow. And given a specific period of time, importante na alam natin ano yung cash flow natin. Bakit? Kasi mentioned nga by Jobs, cash is gas. Diba? That's A.G. Lafley. Yan. Sabi niya doon sa The Game Changer, written by A.G. Lafley, former CEO and chairman of Procter & Gamble and Ram Charan. Diba? Proud na naman sa akin ngayon si Faye at saka si Neil na nanonood. Yan. I can quote the books because I read them. Anyway, so important na alam natin to kasi nga cash is gas. Diba? And I call it cash is oxygen. So alam dapat natin ilan pa yung oxygen tank natin in a given period at kung tatagal pa ba tayo, gaano ba kahaba ang what we call it runway. Okay? Hanggang kailan ba tayo buhay? Importante na alam yan ng isang entrepreneur. Right? Bottom line, it's all about being liquidity. Okay? So, liquidity is you have cash. Kasi, bakit? Alright? Bakit? Let's say you have an iPhone or yung iPhone 14, whatever. I think that's 60,000, 70,000. Kumatok si Meralco. Diba? Pwede ba natin sabihin, wala akong pera eh. Ito na lang iPhone ibabayad ko. Hindi pa pwede yon. O kaya ito na lang inventory ko ang ibabayad ko. Kahit worth of millions pang inventory natin, hindi natin yan pwedeng ibayad sa renta. Hindi natin pwedeng ibayad yan sa mga supplier. You know, pera, cash. Diba? Your inventory is good, but we need cash. Kasi ayaw nyo rin yun na ibabayad sa inyo ng mga supplier nyo or mga customer nyo. Wala akong pera, ito na lang babayad ko. It doesn't work that way. So we have to be very liquid. Please type liquid if you can relate to what I'm saying. Ayan, di ba? Sige nga. Ayan, liquid. Alright. Liquid sauce. Buwis. Liquid sauce. Alright. So, a few months ago, we launched the book we've written. So, Simplify. If you want a copy, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. So, send a message to the page requesting for a copy. This is not for sale. We give it to executive members, right? So, it's written by me, si contributing writer sa atin, si Donna Chris Anunuevo of MN Starnet, si Eugene Onura of the Self-Made Group, and then si Frank Mercado of the Mercs. Now, this is written by real-world entrepreneurs. So fresh na fresh ang lessons, and I asked them their lessons about starting a business. They're in the startup stage. And we wrote this because of an inconvenient truth. Ano tong inconvenient truth na to? Here it is. Many startups know how to sell, but they don't know how to build a business. Magkaiba yon. Okay? May pag-aray. May umaaray na. Welcome to church, business church, every Friday, and I am father. Ayan. So this is the inconvenient truth. Right? So ano ba ang selling something and building a business are two different competencies or two different skill sets. Okay? So ang best na case study ko dito si Mel na nasa Rockwell ngayon. Nagpaalam ako, sabi ko gagamitin ko siyang case study. Ayan, nandito si Ace Clarin. Ayan, Ace Digital Marketing. Ayan. So Gramworth, si Mel Medrano, our finance head sa CEOInsight Asia, is the Chief Visionary Officer of Gramworth. She's a chemist by profession. So she created a product. Okay, she has an idea. She wants to promote health and gut health. She created a product which is entitled Foligo. It's named Foligo. Yon. So does that make her a business person? Okay, dahil naka-invento siya ng product, business person na ba siya? Obviously, hindi pa. That makes her an inventor. Naka-invento siya ng product. Now, she decides to sell it via Lazada, via Shopee, via Facebook. Okay? So, she sells it. Does that make her a business person? Not yet. That makes her a sales agent, an online seller. Okay? So, what makes her a business person and when she hired me. When she decided to smooth ang plug, di ba? So she decided to create repeatable systems that will constantly create products and sell services even without her. That's being a business person. You create repeatable systems that can happen without you. Di ba? Smooth. Yeah. So from idea, she created a solution. This is a product. She sold that solution and she created systems to make sure that nangyayari yon kahit wala na siya. Kaya siya nasa Rockwell ngayon at nagbebenta, di ba? At nagsaset up ng booth. Ayan, kasi meron na siyang mga tao na nagpo-produce ng kanyang products there. So yan ang common mistake ng mga aspiring entrepreneurs. It's fine. Okay, rookie mistake yan. That's why you're here. That's why you're watching this, to learn about how to build a business. Okay? So ano ba yung mga system? May selling system, may hiring system, may financial system, may operational system. These are just a few. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. We're just gonna focus on the finances. Right? So a successful business, we wrote this framework in Simplify. A successful business measures three things. Para simple. Tatlo lang ang tututukan natin. First is customer relationship. Kamusta bang relationship natin with our customers? Okay? And if you're a startup, wala kang excuse hindi makipag-usap sa mga customer mo. Okay? Kasi hindi ka CEO ng multinational na may 1,000 tao or more. Okay? So, customer relationship. You have to build relationship with your customers. Okay? Later, pag-uusapan natin yan. Then, employee relationship. Okay? Again, wala ka ring excuse. If you're a startup of 20, kailangan nakikita ka ng mga employees natin or yung teammates natin at least once every 7 days. They get to talk with 20 lang ang tao natin, di ba? Closed door office na. Wag ganon. And then the third is financial vitality, which is cash flow. The first two, we talked about it a few months ago. Panoorin nyo na lang yung previous episode. But right now, we're going to focus on financial vitality. Please type cash flow if you are still connected to our episode ngayon habang umiinom ako ng water. Ayan. Ba't dumadami nanonood? Sige yan. Kindly like and share if you are still with us. Cash flow, sabi ni Coach Ron. Si John Ray. Yan, matindi yan. Okay. So, let's talk. Why do we need to talk about financial vitality? Let's throw in some facts and some figures. Okay? Kasi 82% of the business na nagsara dahil sa cash flow problems. Yun, kaya kailangan natin pag-usapan to. 82%, di ba? 8 sa 10 ang nagsasara. So meron tayong, sabihin natin, ano rito, mga nanonood dyan. So 8 out of 10. So that's 30. Siguro, it was 80%. So ano 80% and 30? Let's give or take 20. 20 will close down because of cash flow problems. That's from Fundera. Di ba? So paying attention to your customers is important. I've mentioned this because 14% of startups fail because of disregarding the needs of the customer. This is why as startup, we need to be in the face of our clients at least once every 7 days, at least once every 7 days, so that we can get to listen. When I say listen, many of our customers will not tell us directly kung anong kailangan nila. That's why we need to be sensitive, build that relationship para maamoy natin or ma-sense natin what they're trying to say na hindi nila kayang ma-put into words. Yes? So far, so good? Yan. Please type yes, I, para alam kung nandiyan pa kayo. Ayan. Alright. So, here's the number one reason why startups fail is due to misreading market demand. 42%, almost half. This is from CEOInsight. See, the reason why they have cash flow problems is they created so much inventory and they're not listening to customers. That's one. Diba? Na pinipilit nila na hindi pala gusto ng customer, nagbagong market demand and na-stuck sila sa inventory to push. But that's the problem. Okay? Oh, si Speedway Shipping. Si Rika ba to? Hello, Rika. Ayan. Welcome to POS. If this is your first time, by the way, welcome ha. Ayan. Next, second reason why startups fail is due to running out of funding and personal money. Naubusan ng pera, kaya nagsara. Okay, kaya kailangan nating pag-usapan ito. Now, sa ilang percent daw ang nag-mention na it's because of team issues, founders breakup, broken culture. Yan ang dahilan kaya nagkakaroon ng problema nagkakaroon ng failure sa startup. Ilang percent daw, please type. Para alam kung nandiyan pa kayo. Yan. Diba? Rika of Speedway, welcome. 82% pinagsara. Hindi naman. It's a 23%. Okay. On average, it takes 6 months to hire someone for a startup. This is according to Forbes. And if you're gonna work with me, there's a reason why I included this in the data. Okay, mamaya, dun sa mga katrabaho, nasa ecosystem ka, alam mo bakit 6 months? Bago ka mag-hire. Okay? So there. And then, ito pa, startup owners can spend around 40%, almost half of the time, working on tasks that do not generate income. Here's the key. If you're a startup in the setup and survival stage, you must spend your time generating money. Doesn't have to be ikaw directly nagbebenta, but the focus is generating revenue. So, diba? Wow, back by numbers pala, by design talaga. Oo naman. Diba? Hindi naman tayo by invento or by design ang mga sinasabi nating principles dito. Ayan. Alright, so, and ito yung sinabi ni Jack Ma. Okay, so, again, if you're a startup founder, you're in the setup and the survival stage, spend your time there generating revenue, whether directly or indirectly. Minimize the hiring. Minimize the other stuff. Huwag muna yan. Generate muna revenue. Ito yung sinabi ni Jack Ma and it scares the crap out of me. Sabi niya rito, today is difficult. Tomorrow is much more difficult. But the day after tomorrow, it's beautiful. Here's a complete quote though. Most people die tomorrow evening. They die because they run out of cash. Sayang eh. Ang hirap ngayon, mas matindi bukas. Pero after mo maungasan yan, ang ganda na. Problema, nadededo ka agad the night before. We don't want to be in this situation. Please type yes, I, kung agree kayo sa akin na we don't want to be in this situation. Yes, I, sabi ni Janice. Ayan. Yes, I, father. Sabi ni Chris, talaga si Chris. Okay. So here in a CEOInsight Asia, we operate on the side of productive paranoia. In the world outside, they will scream, go into debt, hire double your workforce para mag-double ang sales mo. Dito, hindi, di ba? Dito, grow slow when you can, grow fast when you must. Diba? Grow slow, focus, and grow less and obsess. Ganun ang sinasabi natin dito. And I've had so many CEOs come to me and say, Sir Va, yung mga sinasabi mo, it contradicts what people are telling me outside. And that's fine. Kasi if you want to have different results, you have to do different things. And for me, I speak from experience. So here's one CEO who messaged me recently. Ayan, the proof is I let other people talk. Sabi niya, salamat, good morning sir pa, nag-Viber sa akin. Salamat po sa mga advice. Na-hit na namin yung mga dating sales target namin na hindi namin na-hit dati. Nung marami kami, compared ngayon na 5 lang sila, but they're hitting their numbers. I asked permission to post it or share it, and there, I got, so I blurred na lang. Kilala niya kung sino siya. I think nandito siya. So, take it from him, or her, diba? Isipin na lang kung sino yan. But my point is, what we share here is not only backed by data, but is validated by the people who use it. Right? So, moving on. Yes, I. Okay, please type yes, I. Ayan, I still have 20 minutes. Ayan. Okay, so, ano bang 4 stages of startups? Okay, we talked about this in the previous episode, but now we'll look at it from a different angle. The first one is setup. Paano mo malalamang nasa setup ka? And I had Frank swapping ideas. At saka S kasi boys. Yan, sila James, sila Darwin, sila Ronnie ang kasama natin. Trying to figure out kung ano ang indicator na nasa setup ka. So nasa setup stage ka kapag yung demand ng ating ginagawa exceeds our capability to supply it. Nandun ka sa setup stage na yon. So ibig sabihin, ang dami nang nagkakatok sa atin, penge, hindi natin ma-complete yun. So we're in the setup stage, right? And it doesn't have to be a startup. You can be a stable company and you're growing, so you go back to the setup stage. You have to build the competency required to be able to supply the request of your products or service. Okay. Now, you are in a survival stage if your cost outpaces your revenue. Mas malaki yung OPEX kaysa sa pumapasok na pera. You're in survival mode. You're barely profitable. Okay. Now, if you're here, para sa itong episode na to. Okay. So there. And then the third one, it's stabilized. Your cash flow now require minimal monitoring. Hindi ko sinabing no longer need to be monitored. Okay. Laging nakatingin yan. Parang BP ko yan. Diba? Lagi tayo nakatingin. High blood na naman ako eh. Diba? So, pero minimal na lang kasi medyo stable na. Right? And then you have scale, which is your expansion efforts, has minimal effect on your cash flow because you already have the fund to expand. Okay? Ang hirap kasi dito sa, I've been working with a lot of people in certain industry. Masyadong mainit, di ba? Inip talo laro sa atin. Hindi pa nga na-hit yung target, nag-expand ka agad. Premature scaling. Ayun. Tapos biglang lalapit sa akin. Tama ka. High blood na naman ako eh. Kasi, ayan. So, sorry na po. Wag kayong mag-loan para mag-hire. Please lang. Di ba? Yan. Yan ang mga comment dito sa Zoom. Okay? Okay. So, 4 yon. Ayan. Sorry, sir. Setup, survive, stabilize, and scale. Okay. So, this is for the setup and survive stage. Right? So, the beauty of this, we had an opportunity to talk about si Equicap. No? Darius is Tenerife is one of our business advisors sa CEO ecosystem, and he's from a listed company. Okay, Equicap is a subsidiary of listed company. So, bottom line, they know their crap. Okay, they know their crap. Yun na lang. So, we had a strategy and investment conversations with Joey, and he was from the bank. This was what, Thursday, I believe, yeah. He shared about the common problem ng mga micro, small, medium enterprises and startups. Talaga nag-hand-holding in creating and yung financial model and all. Kasi pupunta sa bangko para kumikita ako ng ganito maglo-loan. Makikita nila, hindi ka qualify kasi there's certain things na kailangan makita ng bangko para masabing you're qualified for a loan, right? Or for an expansion plan. Yan, di ba? Ang unang-una dyan, magkahiwalay po ang payroll at ang personal, ha? Unang-una na yan. Di ba? Hindi yung pera mo ay hiwalay sa pera ng kumpanya. Magkaiba yan. Pangalawa, sumusweldo ka as CEO, ha? Dapat sumusweldo. Okay? If wala kang sweldo, well, that's something, there's something wrong in your financial model. So going back, ito yung mga principles na tinuro sa amin. Okay, number 1, natutunan namin rather in that conversation. you know you're in a survival stage if you're barely profitable. Okay, that's a principle number 1. Number 2, you can have sales and still be in survival stage. So nakakabenta ka, di ba? And still be in survival stage, right? And the third, you can be in survival stage regardless of your size. Kaya may mga malalaking company, Lehman Brothers, they go bankrupt, GM, JCPenney. So hindi porkit malaki, 'di ba? Wala na sa survival stage. Size doesn't matter. Kung wala kang pera, wala kang pera. Parang yan, kahit gaano kakalaking katawan mo, kung wala kang hangin, madededs ka rin. Wala kang gasolina, 'di ba? Kahit pag gaano kalaki gaganda sa sakyan mo, kung wala kang gas, you're not going anywhere. Right? So these are the principles of survival stage. So let's talk about startup killers and then we'll get practical. Ayan. So kaya pa? Please type kaya pa kung andyan pa kayo. Kindly like and share, ha? Para alam kong nandiyan pa kayo. Ayan, kaya pa! Ayan. Tatlo to, mabilisan na lang para ma-recap na natin ng mas mabilis. So, startup killer number 1, we call it the millionaire mindset. Okay? Kayang-kaya pa po. Ayan. Okay, the millionaire mindset. Ano to? Okay? So, nag-max out ng credit card, 500, sabihin natin, 500K, binili ng inventory. So may worth 500,000 na inventory ang isang entrepreneur o wala naman siyang cash out, di ba? And then he was able or she was able to sell that product for 2 million. So, may 2 million na siyang hawak, di ba? May 2 million na siyang hawak. Tapos kino-compete niya, okay, may 1.5 ako kasi 500,000 lang babayaran ko. May 1.5 ako. Diyan na nagkakaroon ng dahil wala ngang financial model kung ano-ano. Magbe-mental math na lang ako, bibili ko ng ganito, bibili ko ng ganyan, hanggang sa, di ba? Kasi may 1.5 million naman ako, hindi pera natin yon. Kasi may mga payroll tayo, may mga renta tayo, yung ganon. But, and I know this for a fact because this is me. Okay? This was me. When I started my business, parang, okay, nagme-mental math ako, walang cash flow walang ganon diba? So I just computed na okay, ganito ang gastos ko, ganito ba, so on so forth. So ang ending, hindi pala tama to. Okay, so that's one method that kills a startup. So put it down in paper. Pag importante, sinusulat yan. Okay, again, the sharpest memory is no match with the weakest pen. Okay, next, ito naman, fixed cost. This is a startup killer. Ano ibig sabihin nito? It's leasing offices you can barely afford, doing things that lose more money than it brings, and hiring more people than you should. Ayan. So, fixed cost na yan. Ibig sabihin, kahit anong mangyari, babayaran natin yan. Okay, I was working with one CEO. We're not formal clients. And then, this person talk about a venture na sinasabi, I'm going to do another venture. So, parang, for me, if you're in my network and I'm talking to you, I ask around. So don't be surprised if I ask, kamusta, and so on, regardless kung formal client tayo or not. Doesn't really matter. For me, I believe you are my responsibility. So from time to time, experience, makaka-receive kayo. Ayan, nananapak na po siya. Ayan, okay. So having said that, so kamusta yung venture mo? Message, ganito, ganyan. And then we end up having a phone call. Mga 5 minutes lang. And then, paano kung ganito? Share ko, ganito, ganyan. And then, it was nothing. Fast forward, it was a few days ago, doon nalaman ko yung full story. Apparently, there was an investor going to give him 2 million. At ang gusto ng investor, mag-rent tayo ng 200K worth of office. Okay? 200,000 pesos for rent lang Tapos, mag-hire pa para daw maka-attract ng talent. Wait. Diba? 200,000, wala pa doon yung mga kuryente, wala pa rin yung other stuff. Okay? So, susunugin yung pera. The creepy part dito, wala pang ang kliyente, wala pang revenue. Ayan. So, that person is that person knows who she is. So, ayan. There. Ayan. So, don't do that. Diba? Huwag kayong magre-rent kung hindi nyo naman kayang bayaran at hoping na, hindi, pupuno. Don't do that. Okay. Last one, the cash flow gap. Okay. Cash flow gap. Ayan. So, you have a cash on hand na 60,000. Okay, you have an operational cost na 150,000. Okay, so yung 150,000 na yon, 50,000 rent due sa Wednesday. Today is Friday. Sa Wednesday ko babayaran. Kailangan ko magbayad ng renta na 50,000. May payroll ako na 100,000. Okay, so kung titingnan natin, paano ko pagkakasayin to? Okay, may cash flow gap kasi meron naman akong receivable sa Thursday na 200,000. So ang cash on hand ko ngayon is Friday is 60,000, babayaran ko yung yung renta ng Wednesday, may matitira sa akin 10,000. Okay, may matitira sa akin 10,000, and then papasok yung 200,000 Thursday, magpe-payroll ako. Problem is, here's a problem. Si courier or si client, hindi nagbayad noong Thursday, nagka-problema. Patay. Diba? At hindi nakapagbayad ng Friday. Patay. Paano natin papasweldoin yung mga tao? Tapos walang pasok ng Sabado at Linggo. Ayan, awit. Diba? Yun ang tinatawag na cash flow gap. Hindi, and again, this is me. Because I came to a point wherein I had to email everyone. My HR screwed up. Okay? My HR screwed up. Hindi kami nakapag-payroll. Hate na hate ko yun. For whatever reason, that HR will blame. Kasi yung staff ko and so on. I don't care. You're the leader. You fix it. But I, as the leader, ended up emailing everyone, apologizing. Hindi tayo makakapag-payroll ngayon. I take full ownership of it. Because that's what the leader does. Owning up. Right? So, yun ang hate ko. Hate na hate ko, number one, nalilate sa meeting. Lalo na kung Zoom. Because I don't get late. Ba? I don't arrive late. Second is apologizing for someone else's mistake. I can apologize if it was my mistake. But if someone else's hate na hate ko, don't put me in that situation na I have to apologize for someone's incompetence. I hate that scenario. Yan. So these are the three that kills startups. The millionaire mindset, fixed cost, and cash flow gap. Right. I still have 9 minutes. Mabilisan na to. And this is where Frank comes in. I had a conversation with him. Thank you, Frank. Para sa insights mo, he's the founder and CEO of the Mercs. I asked him real time because he is in this stage. And I asked him, what lessons have you been learning? Yung fresh to get out of your situation. And he shared itong dalawa. Ayan, sabi niya, conduct one status report. Know the actual status of your company. Numbers, not feelings. Numbers, real numbers. And then, sabi niya, perform one business review weekly. You need to be consistent progress. You need consistent progress in your revenue. That's the only way you can get out of the setup stage. Consistently review your milestones and identify what's working. Keep repeating it. If it's working, keep repeating it. Never, ito yung gusto kong take home, never scale without hitting your milestones first. Always keep in mind, go slow, go fast. May mga kasi, para ma-hit ko yung goal ko, mag-i-scale ako. No. Learn from Frank, who's been there, done that, is still there. Yes, please type yes, if you are still with me and learning something. Yan, okay. So panoorin nyo na lang to kung nabibigatan kayo sa episode, trying to absorb, watch it again. Let's get practical. How do you establish a profit model? 3 steps. Okay, we call it the X5 principle. First, list all your expenses. List down. Okay, kakailanganin pala ng kalendaryo dito. List down all your expenses, rent, utilities, whatever, allowance, ano pa ba? Product cost and all. List it down. Then i-total mo yan. Then get a calendar. Look at all your activities for the year. Siyempre, hindi naman, di ba, every January, ganito gagawin natin. Every February, anniversary, and so on and so forth. Again, list it down, compute magkano aabutin ang budget doon per activity, and then total it. And then, after you get the total of your monthly expenses and then your yearly activities, you multiply it by 5. It's called the X5 principle. Okay? So, pag mahirap, multiply it by 3. Okay? Sa akin kasi, this is my principle. This is what I do. This is not the only technique, by the way, or the only practice, maraming practice. But this one is the safest for me, right? And it's working, and this is what we do. Okay, so multiply it by 5, and then distribute the target to the operations team. Okay, para mas ma-appreciate nyo siya, let's put it in real time. And I salute dito. Ginawa namin ito kagabi ni Chris at ni Mel. Yan. So this is an actual number. So let's say I'm a startup. Okay, I have 4 people. Meron akong 3 operations at 1 support. So obviously, yung 1 support, hindi nagpapasok ng pera yan. So, operational expenses, these are real numbers, all right? 245 monthly. So, ibig sabihin, 245 monthly, nandyan yung rent, nandyan yung payroll, nandyan yung allowance, nandun yung cost ng products and service. So 245 monthly ang kinakailangan ko para mabuhay ako. And then I multiply it by 12 or 2.9 kasi 1 year. Okay? So 1 year is 2.9 million. And then meron akong strategic expenses which are the activities na gagawin ko for the calendar, for the month. So yan, January and so on, meron ako 600,000 na kakailanganin. So we call it, we add the two, that's 3.5 million. That's the total annual expenses. That is your target for the year. Okay? Ito yung strategic planning. Okay? 3.5 million ang kakailanganin mo para mabuhay for 1 year. Okay? Kakailanganin ko rather. I multiply it by 5, that's 17.5 million. That's my target for 2023. I need to hit 17.5 million in 1 year. Right? So, I'm going to divide it into 12 kasi 1 year is 12 months. So, that's 1.458.33 or let's say 1.5 million. That's my monthly target. I need to have 1.5 million every month para safe ako. Okay? And after getting the 1.5, I distribute it dahil tatlo yung associate ko, I divide it by 3. So they need to hit every month 486 or 500,000 para safe na lang. Yan. So that is the financial or profit model in a nutshell. Screenshot nyo na lang. If it's too much to absorb, balikan nyo na lang tong episode na to. Yes, I still have 4 minutes. Okay lang mag-extend ng 2 minutes. Ayos ba ayos? Learning something? Ayan. Ganyan mag-project, hindi hula-hula. Oo, yan. Yan ang projection. My goodness. High blood nyo ako. Kung kayo sa ginagawa talaga to, hindi yung kung ano-ano yung nababasa. Anyway. Sige. Okay. Yan. So some people say nga na parang this is a principle. Parang pwede pa siya. This is applicable to all. Actually, this is how I do. This is our monthly, this is our annual planning. Nag-strat plan kami ni Tidoy 2 days ago. Okay, so we apply this in our personal life. Huwag na natin lang yung numbers, okay? So there, Shaira Teves, whatever that is. Okay, okay. So there, in closing, we're all about being a multiplier here, expanding life-changing impact in an ever-increasing measure, right? And we're focusing on scaling in numbers. Okay, so yun ang numbers tayo, hindi scaling because we want to. We want to base our scaling in data, in numbers. And as I close, I want to share something now. So yesterday, it was my daughter's birthday. Ate Johan, happy birthday. She's now 6. 6-year-old yung anak ko, di ba? It is also the 4th month of my youngest, si Baby Ellie. 4th month din niya. So 4 months na si Baby Ellie. And I remember back in August, early August, late August rather, syempre, my wife, si Tidoy, ay C-sec. So may opera siya. I took care of Baby Ellie in the early parts. Ngayon, I love my wife. Sobrang siya nang sumasalo talaga na. Hindi na ako ginigising yan. She's taking care of 2 kids. Imagine that. So, hats off sa mga single mom. Grabe, salute sa inyo. Yan. So, anyway, but early back then, she was recuperating from the operation. I was the night watch. Ayan, akong bantay kay Baby Ellie, nagpapamilk, papalang diapers sa madaling araw. And to keep myself busy or keep myself entertained, naisipan kong panoorin yung Game of Thrones from season 1 to minarathon ko yun, no? Kasi I wanted to rewatch it again. And there was an episode doon na kung saan si Jaime Lannister, si Kingslayer, was sieging or ina-attack na yung castle ni Blackfish. And I remember that episode, I wrote it in Simplify, no? Basahin niyo na lang doon. But doon sa episode na yon, sabi ni Jaime Lannister, parlay tayo, usap tayo, Blackfish. So lumabas si Blackfish at lumabas si Jaime Lannister. Sabi niya, sinisiege namin kayo, sinusugod ni Jaime Lannister yung castle. Sabi niya, panalo na kami, 'di ba? Parang we're at war, the war's already won. Ba't ka pa nagtsatsaga dyan sa castle mo, and why sacrifice living men? We already won. It's a lost cause. At hindi ko makakalimutan yung sinabi ni Blackfish. Sabi ni Blackfish, ito, As long as I'm standing, the war is not over. Sabi niya, this is my home. I was born in this castle and I'm ready to die in it. So you can attack or try to starve us out. We have enough provisions for 2 years. Do you have 2 years, Kingslayer? Imagine, basically sinasabi niya, sugudin mo kami o gutumin mo kami, we don't care. Kasi buhay kami for 2 years. And that's a question we need to answer as entrepreneur. Do we have 2 years? Do you have 2 years? That's for you to answer. Yan ang cash reserve na dapat meron tayo. So with that, thank you so much for watching this episode. For those who joined, I give the floor now back to Coach Ron. Coach Ron.
Wow, ang amazing. Grabe. Na-realize ko na ang daming mga business owners, especially sa startup, na nagmamadaling lumaki in terms of the size but not necessarily in numbers. So biggest takeaway ko dyan is not because you are big, it means you are profitable. So nakita ko talaga, profit first, di ba? And then eventually the size will naturally will grow. Yan. Tawag kaya tayo ng insight contributor. wala tayong tanongin natin si Jab, sinong pipiliin mo?
Ayan.
Yun, makabawi. Teka.
Sige, ikaw pumili, Jab. Baka gusto mong magbigay din ng insights habang nag-iisip ka.
X5, X3, sapat na nga. X3 pa lang.
Oo. Okay. Sinong gusto mong tawagin natin, Jabs?
Si si Boss Idol, Sir Frank. Okay lang.
Boss Idol.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, dinig ba?
Yes, very
yes,
clear.
sir.
Si Jobs kasi, binibigla ako. Ayan. So, for me, sir, yun, biggest insight talaga is understanding cash flow. Yung importance talaga ng cash flow within a company. Yun nga kumbaga, iba talaga ang pagiging salesman sa pagiging businessman. And I learned that the hard way. So, that's for me the biggest lesson here, na wag talaga tayo mabubulag sa hype, wag tayo mabubulag sa number of parcels if you're in the e-com industry, or the revenue na generate mo within a month. Doon tayo mamulat sa magkano ba talaga yung natitira. So it's not how much you have, it's how much you keep talaga. Yun. So that's for me, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sir Idol, Master Frank. Yan.
All right. I agree doon, no? Hindi for cash flow, hindi lang palabas, may papasok. Pero yung papasok, hindi pa enough yon. Hindi pa enough yun. How much do you keep sa business mo? Alright, thank you very much, everyone. Ayan, alam nyo ba guys, binibigyan din natin ng opportunities dito sa POS Friday na magkaroon din tayo ng mga circle members natin to become hosts and operators. So we are inviting every circle member to be part of this amazing team, POS Friday. Alright, and remember lang December 22, magkakaroon tayo ng Getting Started. Huwag na kayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Learn more about how we do things here in CEO Insights Asia. Thank you very much, everyone, and we appreciate you spending time with us here sa POS Friday. Alright.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sir Fa. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.